Hello, everybody. Yes, I'm early. I'm early. I'm so early. 2 minutes. So very, very early. I'm Tiffany. This is my quilting life. Welcome. Today's Sunday. Sew Sunday, where I will sew today, and hopefully you are too. Got that? All right. All right, let's see who's here. We've got Beverly, Brenda, Melody, Andrea, Janice, Jill, Ann, Linda, Margaret, Paula, Donna, Mary, Geraldine, Carrie, Karen, Lori, Terry, Tracy, Candy, Diana, Carol, Carla, Tamala. That looks this. I'm scrolling. Janice, Marsha, Gloria, Charlotte, Jacqueline, JK. And Raina, Karen, and also many, many, many more of you. Welcome, everybody. Where's your computer thing back? So, where were we? Oh, I was just being silly. Hello, everybody. So last Sunday we started working on the Lella Boutique by Vanessa. I'm not saying that last name because I'll butcher it no matter how many times I try. Social Butterfly, number 136. So we're working on the Social Butterfly quilt. We ended on step 9 from the little pattern booklet. It's like a booklet. It's a really nice pattern. Well, at least the printed on paper pattern. The PDF is probably just as nice because it's the same thing. But anyways, you can find that pattern, this pattern that we're working on by typing explanation pattern during the live stream. And all those codes, anything that's a code that gets you something, it only works during the live stream if you're watching this as a replay. But right now, at this very moment, at 5 p.m., it's live. Yes. All right, so we ended on step 9. So step 10 wants us to join the N and A units that we made with, hold on, I gotta look, an I unit. I unit. How is this table? My table? I don't know, the measuring thing is behind you.
I thought you knew it offhand.
No, for those that ask, the table is 36 by 72 by, how tall? 28 and a half inches tall. So it's very short by very long and very wide. It's perfect for my size. All right, let's see. So we're going to join this unit, and then we're also going to make sure that our I units are in the same color order because that second color that is on here that we added on our A and J units, that color needs to match. So I'm putting the same colors because we're working on that next color on the butterflies. So we're going to be putting our eyes to this and hooking these and these together. Last week I really thought that these went together and I totally forgot we made that center part of the butterfly. So don't mind that from last week. We're hooking these together. So I'm going to go ahead now and split these eyes in half because this will go with this pile and this will go with this side because each side gets an eye. And I'm going to do everything I can to keep all this in order again because everything needs to stay in order for me. I'm going to go ahead and put my seam guide on here because I want to make sure for a fact, even though I have seam tape on here, that I have a 1/4 inch seam because, you know, I just want to make sure. So I'm hooking it to the bottom. Scotty, you ironed a fold into this one. That's okay. I figured it out. All right, so I'm sewing a 1/4 inch seam. And each piece should match because I have everything still in order of the way that I'm putting all these together. That way, they's matchy and look good. And everything's nice. And so far, it is. I need to adjust this pedal. It's not feeling too great on my leg today. Or maybe it's just the way I'm sitting. I had a busy day today, so, you know, and yesterday I long arm quilted for a while, and the day before I long arm quilted for a while. All in all, I spent 4 hours on a quilt. So my legs have been a little on the tired side. You know, I work for a little while and then I stop. And then I work for a little bit longer and then I stop. And then I take a break for the rest of the day and then I take it up the next day.
The machine ran for 4 hours.
Yeah, the machine ran for 4 hours. I, on the other hand,
loading it, turning it, picking it.
Yeah, I, on the other hand,
fixing it.
Ran longer.
Yeah.
All right, you might as well turn that iron on. Mr. Scotty is going to iron today. Got to put that Iron Man to work. I'm going to pass them to you in order. Okay. They just get pressed back like this. Okay. Like this. Okay.
Huh?
They just get pressed back like this.
Yeah. And they have to stay in this order?
Yeah. So that's the bottom.
Yeah. I gotcha. I know what I'm doing.
All right. Now to sew
Sometimes.
these ones. My eye units are being sewn on, and then we'll sew them all together. I'm going to attach the small part first, though, because I think that would be easiest. I'm hoping that these turn out cute with these colors, because I realized it when I was done last week that I didn't put too much contrast on a couple of these between the two colors, even with the light and the dark. So my next round, which would be the third color, because if you look at the pattern, you'll see that each butterfly has 4 colors technically, because the center of the butterfly is 1 color, and then there's a main color for the main part, and then so on and so forth. It builds out. So I just have to make sure that I, put the next set in a different order when it goes around, so that way it looks good. Because we definitely want enough contrast between it. Hoping everybody had a wonderful week this week. Like I said, I've stayed busy long arm quilting and attempting to organize my fabric room. Attempting. That's a big, big word right there. It has lots of meanings. My room is quite the mess over there. This room is kind of okay, but the other room, the fabric room, it's just a disaster in there.
Good thing it's a spare bedroom and no one comes to visit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready for more. You ready?
Okay. Yep.
Okay, good. Okay. It's all in the order you gave me. Only wrinkles in them are the ones that you're going to put in.
That's your pile. That's upside down so that they're in order. All right, so now I'm going to hook this unit onto this. We're going to hook the two together, creating one unit. And because I pressed one seam one way and had Scott press the other way, they should nest.
Have you ever
at
made
that
a puff
point.
Quilt?
Oh, at this point right here. Have I ever made a what?
A puff quilt?
Yes, I have made lots of puff quilts. They were very popular for a while, and then nobody wanted them anymore, so I stopped making them. But I do have a video on how to make one. It's a very older, sloppier video, but it's a video nonetheless.
You talking about this little baby quilt?
Yep, the baby puff quilt. Yep.
I remember. Those were cute.
Yeah, they kind of went out of style, and nobody really wants those in my area, and they're too expensive to make and ship out. But where we live here, it's just like a playmat is all it really is. You definitely do not cover up with those puff quilts.
What kind of name do you use for a t-shirt quilt? Does it matter? Does it have to be a specific?
Like Okay, I didn't hear the first thing you said.
What kind of needle do you use for a t-shirt quilt? Does it matter? Does it need to be specific like a ball?
A 90-14 universal would be good for a t-shirt quilt or a jersey needle. I'm just nesting these seams as I go, by the way, because they're pressed opposite of each other. I haven't been doing this for 5 minutes already, and I am sweating my butt off.
Hey, one lady said they're coming back. Oh, cool. Coming back.
Hold on, guys, while I tie my hair up real quick. It's the only problem with letting my hair get really long is that it's really hot.
Do you want one of your black coat hats? I'm over there for a hot iron, and I'm only starting to get hot.
No, I'm sweating my booty off.
Do you want one of your black coat hot belts? Because I think
No.
you're having them.
I'm good.
You need to have those in the winter time, not in the summer. It's too hot here. Too hot here to have heat flash in the summer.
Going outside is a hot flash in the summertime here. All right. So now I'm going to keep these in order because everything is staying in order. No matter what I do, it's in an order.
Okay, I'm ready for more.
All right, these get pressed up towards that. Okay. Now this unit goes to this.
Okay, so this is the first one, and I'm pressing it. Which way?
Yeah, that's the
I
bottom.
open it like this, and I'm pressing it.
Open it like this and press it that way.
Okay. And then like that, press it that way. So press towards the short side.
Whew.
Get to what, right? Put her in your neck or something?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to help. Can I get you an ice pack?
Nope. He's giving me like a bazillion options. If you guys can't hear him in the background, obviously you can't because he doesn't have a microphone. But he's giving me options, ice packs, you know, and stuff like that to keep me cool, like a cool rag or something. I don't know what it is, but in the summertime, my quilting is like a double hot experience. Even being in the house now and not in the garage, I'm super excessively hot. It's just because this room is small. It's filled with hot fabric, things to keep people warm. And it doesn't help that it's a bazillion degrees outside. 111 to be exact. But it's a good thing I don't sew in the garage because it's like 98 in there. Yeah, this is the right way. My piece fell on the floor. Gotta make sure I'm sewing it right, even though it fell on the floor. Okay. Stack these.
I'm ready for more if you're ready.
All right, here you go. Now we're going to take and move on to step 11.
I'm gonna put them.
Right here. That's
These ones are the same?
one.
I iron them towards the shorter end?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, that way?
Yeah.
Oh. You're not looking.
Yes. Fix that piece though, because they're pressed wrong.
What do you mean? What's pressed wrong?
Look on the back side. See how I had to flip the seam on every single one of those?
I have no idea what you're talking about. What do you want me to press?
I had to flip the seam on every one of these, press this seam back first, and then open it.
That's the way you told me to press it. That's why
It's going to have a mess up in it. All right, now we're moving to 11. So we need G and H.
So when I do this one, what am I pressing? I'm confused.
Press this, keep it in half. Press this back. Make sure this is flat first, and then open it and press that back. Or else you're going to have a big bubble in all of these.
Why would I press it twice, though? You already told me to press it like that.
Well, I told you to press it opposite.
No, you didn't. I showed you before I pressed every one of these.
All right. Gather G and H. This is G, and this is H. And we are going to be attaching E's to it. All right, so E is going to be the color of the next row. So if you look at the butterfly on the pattern, we have our center, our outside, and then we're working on G and H is the first set. The E is going to be that next color. So E will be the next dark. So I'm going to put those in a different order so that it's not the same as this order, which is now wrong. Scott got them out of order again.
No, Scott didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. Those are the exact order you gave them to me.
Nope.
Yes, they are.
Mm-mm.
Hey, honey, if I'm doing it one at a time, how
This
could I
is
get
the
a better
top
order?
piece. You
Yeah.
have them completely. You had this on top,
This one's the top.
not this. You
It's the
got them out
second
of
piece.
order again.
No, I didn't. Tiffany, you're watching me. I'm doing one at a time. How could I get them out of order if I'm doing one at a time? If you're going to blame everything on me, then you're going to do it yourself.
We need the brown
Just like you're blaming me for this ironing thing. You're the one that showed me how to iron them. I obviously didn't iron them wrong. I obviously ironed them the
Okay,
way
we're
you told
missing
me
a
to.
piece. We're missing one of these directions.
Ask yourself where it would be. I'm doing one at a time. They're all right here. It's
1,
right
2, 3,
here.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So where's the 9th piece?
Right there. All the pieces you gave me are right there.
No.
What, do you think I put it down my shorts?
Well, it's missing.
Okay. Then did you put it in this pile?
No. Nope, it's walked away.
Well, I'm sure that's my fault too.
Aha, here it is, right here.
Yep, and that was my fault, I'm sure. It got way over there.
Can you press that back real quick?
No, I have to press the other thingy first, remember? Can't do it that your way. Oh no.
This one doesn't have it. This is from the other stack. Thank you.
Maybe that's why they're out of order, because you didn't give me all the pieces, huh? Instead of blaming me for everything.
That's the first piece. We have to go through here and check real quick because they're out of order. Second one is this one. Third one is this one. Fourth one is this one.
Losing the pieces. Don't even give them to me. Don't leave ironing them wrong. Iron them exactly how you tell me.
And this one.
I tell you.
And then this one. And then this one. And this one. And last but not least is that one. Perfect. Okay. And it would help if I put it right here properly. Okay. That's back in order now. Now we're going to get these out of order by separating 9 So I need 2 stacks, 3 stacks, and 4 stacks. All right, so I need 4 stacks because I'm putting 1, 2 on each side. So these are going to go back over there, E, because E gets used again, probably. Yes, it does.
Okay, what else do you have for me to iron?
Okay.
See, the Iron Man don't screw up. He just gets no respect. Me and Rodney Dangerfield get no respect.
You know, they can't see your sarcastic face, so they're probably thinking you're yelling at me because they can hear you in the mic.
Huh? I'm showing him my shirt. I'm doing the Rodney Dangerfield bit.
Okay.
Anybody that has seen stand-up comedian Rodney Dangerfield knows that I get no respect bit. Come on now.
That's probably beyond some people's time. Okay. Now we're going to go with G and H. So we're going to take half of G.
Am I done ironing?
Momentarily, yes.
So am I unplugging it?
I might, if you want to.
Well, you're the one that's hot.
We're going to take half of G and half of H. We're going to separate them. I have no idea which order they go in. Okay, right there. And then this one. Right there. So G is going to go on the top side of both of these. And then H is going to go on the bottom side. And E's will be attached. So we're going to take E. I'm going to take this top one off of every single one and put it on the bottom now. So that way it takes everything for that next, the next roundabout to be on it. So we're now going to attach E to G on this bottom. On this side, it's going to go from the outer higher part down to the bottom corner on both pieces. I'm looking at the pattern. And then this one is going to go from the outer right side down to the left side corner, like that. So they're going to get sewn like this, opposite of each other. So I'm going to start with this pile. And I'm going to sew them on. I got to make sure while I hold one down to make sure that I'm doing it right. Right sides together, and I'm going from the outside to the bottom corner. So this way. Now they should be mixed up so that the next row will be totally different. So I'm just putting them right sides together and sewing them on corner to corner of the E square. Seems to be mixed up enough, so that's good. And then we'll have to trim the excess away on all of these.
Have you been able to stand with the long arm for a good amount?
Yeah, I can stand at the long arm for about an hour now, which is what I was doing before I had my surgery. So I'm back to normal with the long arm. broke thread. Today we're using Missouri Star thread to use up the last of these little, what's left of these spools. So my machine's not used to using the Missouri Star. I don't use it very often. So it tends to break here and there. But I'm trying to use up a lot of the spools that I have that are like really low like this. But in the bobbin area, I have Orifel. Only because, you know, I just like to mix things up.
It all works, right?
Mm-hmm. So we'll trim those in a minute. Sew these ones on now because we're trying to keep this order. We're going, okay, I gotta look at the chart one more time. So this one still goes in that same direction as the previous one that I stitched. So I'm still going from left down to the right.
Tell them that's all your long arm uses is glide thread.
Oh, I only use glide thread on my long arm. I have tried Omni and all sorts of other brands, but glide runs the best through the machine. And I don't have tension or thread break issues with it. So, I mean, I do. Everybody does, no matter what thread you use, but it's way, way, way less of a problem than other threads. So far, this Juki compared to my last Juki, because I have two 2010s now, this one's been okay with almost every thread, even the Orifel, even the smaller spools. So I might be able to start using all those up too. Because it didn't like it on the other machine. But the other machine also has millions upon millions of stitches on it. It's probably billions. 7 years of, 6 of that being on YouTube. And sewing something different all the time.
What size needle do you use with the glide thread?
With the glide thread, 16. I use a 16 on the long arm. Okay, so this side, we're going to trim these and then give them to Scott to iron so that these are ready to.
Ooh, I get to do some more.
It's going to be a second. I have to trim them.
Oh. Come on. Iron Man is ready.
I'm also making sure by looking at my chart as I go because I don't want to get these messed up. So just keep your chart in front of you of everything that you're doing. So make sure that the one side that you're doing, because everything right now is facing me, not you. So everything on one side went this way. So when I sew these ones on, they're going to go the opposite way. So I'm going to start by trimming these guys away. I'm just going to move that up out of the way for now. That way I can trim. Just trimming a 1/4 inch away. Most of the time I just guess that because I'm cutting on the opposite side. And I'm saving all my cutoffs, which are going in a box for me to make something with because I love my scraps. You can plug it in now. And this one. All right, there's one pile. I'm literally just going to do this right here because that's easier for me.
Do you want some more cutoffs?
I don't want nobody else's cutoffs. No, please don't send me them. I have plenty of scraps.
My daughter wants me to use blacklight thread on her quilt. Where do you get yours, and does it come variegated?
Glide, and never seen it in a variegated, and it's glide thread, and it's just the shinier ones. Some of them work under the black light, some of them do not. You just have to see.
We get it at our local
And
shop.
I get mine at my local quilt shop. But the color Blaze Glows, the color, what's the green one's called? The green one called, I think that one is, I don't remember. But there's a couple of them that I have, and then there's a bright pink. So there's a bright pink, a bright green, and a bright orange. They all glow under black light. And Scott put a link for our local shop where I buy the thread.
Are you ready for me to iron or no?
Yeah, there's a stack right there.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
And here's the second one in 2 seconds. And then I'm going to start working on the other side.
Tell them it's 111. Of course we have our AC on.
Yeah, it's 111. The AC is definitely on.
I'm ironing it this way, obviously.
Yeah, iron it back like that, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So all my little cutoffs, I'm just sticking into this. I use my open gate boxes. I just stick it in here because I had a nice, lovely stack of them already. So everything from this project, all the cutoffs, I will use to make something else.
Am I keeping these all in order too?
Yes, please.
Okay. I can do that. Do one at a time. It stays in order.
All right, now this side, I got to remember to pay attention. This one is going from this side down. So I'm going to go this way. So I'm paying attention going from upper right down to bottom left. And I'm doing the same exact order that the other side was done in. So I'm keeping them in order. Yeah, you guys don't have to save your cutoffs. I save mine because I like to make hourglass blocks with them because that's the bigger of the block for the 2.5 inch square cutoffs. And you get half of these is, 1 hourglass block that becomes 2.5 inches when you trim it down. So it's like 2 3/4 of an inch of a block, but I usually trim them down to 2.5. You can do half square triangles and have a little 1.5 inch half square triangle if you want to by pre-sewing your half square triangle line. But I don't do that on the 2.5 inch cutoffs, only on the bigger cutoffs. But I definitely have tubs of these cutoffs. I try to keep what I make a project out of, but I try to keep them together. But here and under the desk world, under the desk world is where everything that I cut off binding, this whole thing is filled with, and then I have a whole nother container that these make their quarter or hourglasses with, and then those go into another container, which I have filled with pieces I haven't sewn yet either. It just becomes just over and over. It's a vicious cycle if I don't put them together while I'm, if I keep the project stuff in one box, then I eventually put it together quicker than the pile under there.
Under the desk world, I love it. Okay, yes. These are done, and they're in order.
Okay, thank you.
Where are they going? Right here? Am I ironing these next?
Yes.
Okay.
So these are the bottom ones.
Huh?
This is the bottom ones, and those are the top ones. All right, I'm going to put these on here. These are getting sewn exactly the same way. The H unit, it's going, from outer side in. So I'm just going to continue chain piecing them through. They're still in order, and they're smaller, so I'll know the difference from H and G. I really hope that these colors look good as butterflies, because if not, I'm going to name it the moth quilt. because it's browns and blues, and so far the contrast, even though there's lights and darks, aren't coming out like I had hoped. Just looks like it to me. I don't know. We'll see when the blocks are made how it really looks. That's me just envisioning in my brain, you know, since I tend to do that quite often. Hey, what do you think that would look like? And I think about it in my head, and yeah, it doesn't look great so far, but Scotty chose it. We'll see if the butterflies come out.
You don't like my beautiful browns and blues and colors for butterflies? You're gonna call them wrong. Come on. How about we call it country butterfly then?
Yeah, we could call it country butterfly.
Huh? I like that better.
All right, we're just gonna
fun of my colors.
snip, stack. Out of order. That's the top piece.
Well, it's goes like this, honey. Just at the bottom. You didn't give it to me upside down. You gave it to me right side up. I'm following the way it was given to me. Ta-da!
Thank you.
Was that complicated? Okay, I'm ready for more.
Hold on, you got 2 seconds.
Okay.
All right, here's this pile.
See if there's any questions. I don't know. This pile's good to go?
Mm-hmm. It's upside down already.
Downside up, upside down, right side wrong. We'll figure it out.
I'm really like scatterbrained. I almost stuck that there to cut there. Whatever. I'm all over the place today.
That's okay. It's my fault.
I'm trying to keep everything in order, so I'm like worried that Scott's going to keep getting it out of order.
The Iron Man did it, right? It's all the Iron Man.
Blame him. It's funny. Wish we could have music up in here.
That's a Weagle.
Actually, we technically can have music. Would have to have YouTube music. So soft elevator music that'll almost put me to sleep. You know.
We don't want that. You can't have good music.
Can't have music that I'll chop my fingers off to. I gotta have good rock and roll. All right, and that pile's ready for you. Okay, so these could go in the box. And then we're gonna sew together G and H. All right, so G and H is getting sewn together. I'm gonna make sure by looking at the picture, everything's facing the correct direction. So G is going on top of H. We're gonna sew with a 1/4 inch seam. I'm gonna make sure that I have my 1/4 inch seam guide. We're gonna put G on top of H. Which makes sense because they're next to each other in the alphabet.
Where's this one?
On this side.
Right there?
This way. Yep.
That way. This one's ready to iron?
Yep.
Okay.
And then these will be next. So right sides together. It goes pretty quick once you start sewing. I mean, we're only making 9 blocks, and they're 9 ginormous size blocks. They're big blocks. I really do want to make this again, though, in colorful batiks. Like rainbow colors, rainbow butterflies. That's what I want to do.
Hey, we could have done that when we started. You just were in there forever. I just grabbed one and said, why not this? And then you said no, and then ended up you went back to it because you couldn't find one you liked.
I know I have to choose out. I actually have to pick batiks out of the fat quarter bundles that I have. Not bundles, fat quarter drawer. You know, make my own bundle. Okay. That's the bottom. Next. These ones, Scotty, press.
Hold on.
This way.
If you're showing me now, you're showing that my back. My back doesn't know how to iron.
I'll just pre-finger press them.
I know how to do that. You don't have to do that. Just wait 2 seconds and this will be done. I got one last one here. Oh, never mind. It's stuck together. I got 2 last ones here.
Okay,
so fill the iron.
G and H are made, so
okay.
Don't need.
Don't tell me anything yet. I have to fill the iron. Then you can explain it to me, and then I will remember.
Now we're going to take the G and H units from the opposite side, make sure they're laying in the correct orientation, and we're going to sew these together. So I'm literally just going to stick one on top of the other and sew them together.
Okay, iron is full. Okay, what am I doing here now?
Press towards this piece.
Towards the shorter piece?
Yes, this is the top.
There's 2 pieces here.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have them upside down?
No, they're just opened and pressed.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm turning it upside down like this. So this one's at the bottom, right?
Yeah. And you're pressing it towards the solid piece.
The short side.
Yeah, the short side.
This is the short side. I'm going towards the short side. All right. Gotta make it understandable. Us rednecks. You can't say color-wise when it's the same color. That color's the same as that color. She says press it to whatever color.
There's no contrast. Did you see that on that piece?
You have to say long side, short side, whatever. The same color. These are the exact same pieces. What are you talking about contrast?
No, they're not. They're supposed to be that way.
This one and this one are the same. This
yes,
one and
they're
this one
supposed
are
to be the same.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the contrast between the 2 colors on there.
You were saying
Hooked to
press
it.
it towards the light side or the dark side or something like that.
No, I said press it towards the small piece. Okay, so now we've got G and H connected. And it's going to be the same with these when you press those. And they're upside down already for you.
Okay.
So as soon as he's done pressing the G and H, we're actually going to hook the G and H to the N and A units. And then we're going to move on to K and E. Where does K and E sit? Hold on, I'm going to look at this chart real quick to see. So it's going to be that same color. So I'm going to pre-put my E in that next order. So it's put this piece to the bottom because it needs to match like that. So E, I'll wait while he's pressing those and just start the K and E. So we need K, which are these. And we're going to hook an E in opposite directions on each side. So we're going to take a K unit. One side will get a piece that goes from the left top corner down into the right. And the other one, that's the previous pile, so that goes right here.
This one's already upside down?
Yeah. So we're going to, and then the other side is going to go opposite. So they're going to be like a V.
Mine towards the shorter side?
Yes, towards the shorter side. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the one side first and make sure that I got it right. Top corner in. Like that. And then do all 9 of these and then do the opposite direction on the other side. So just pay attention to the chart. So far, this is a pretty easy to read pattern, though. I usually struggle with other people's patterns, and since this one has the pictures, it makes it easier. Maybe that's because I'm a visual learner instead of a reading learner. I like to see it, so I'm glad that there's pictures on here with the diagrams to tell you which direction and so on and so forth, because if it was written, I would be lost. So I'm really glad that this pattern is written with visual. And now you have my video even to follow along, so that makes it even better. Even though I'm not really doing it close on the screen, because I kind of can't, but no. All right, so now I'm going to do the opposite. So this one now is going to go from this top in. So I'm going to just change the direction I'm sewing them, right, this way.
Okay, what's next?
Those go on this side, other way. Taller one on the top. Yep, just like that.
Okay, what's next?
You're going to have to wait because I have to finish
sit back down.
Yep, you can sit back down. Come on. Sometimes you can't just grab one piece of fabric. The whole entire pile wants to come with. And then we'll snip all these away and pass them to Scott to press while we sew those units together. It's nice to have a helper in here. All right, so I'm just going to start snipping my 1/4 inch away on all this. Making sure that I'm cutting the correct side because I definitely don't want to mess it up by cutting the wrong side of the unit. Did I do 9 already? Yeah, because these are the other way. So there's that pile.
You ready for me to iron?
Mm-hmm.
They're upside down.
I
Flipping them.
think so. I'm trying to just do this quickly, like.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna do my thing. You sew a test block at the start of a new project?
No, I don't usually sew a test block, because I usually just don't. I just kind of go for it. But I know a lot of people that do make a test block, and that's just, especially if it's like got lots of half square triangles and you're trying not to get anything flipped or turned, because a lot of people are angrily challenged when it comes to quilting. Suggestion, I guess, for that would be if you are a new quilter, try sewing a test block first and get used to doing that until you're like used to the different kinds of blocks and the ways of piecing and stuff, until you get used to it. And if you notice that no matter what you're doing the whole entire time making the rest of the quilt that you're not messing anything up, then I would say skip the making a test block and just go straight for the project, because I realized I don't really get much out of order in the beginning, so I really don't make test blocks. All right. Throw these in here. I'm going to just put this right here behind me because it'd be easier for it to just be behind me. So now I'm going to attach this unit and this unit while he presses all those.
I'm pressing these towards the smaller one too, right? You can tell me I did it wrong and make me re-iron it once you have them all connected.
No, just press
like
them
you
towards
did.
the small one. All right, so I'm going to go ahead now with a 1/4 inch seam, attach these two, and then turn it, and then do the other side.
All whatever, you tell me I did it wrong and have to re-iron them in the big thing. I'm going to tell you once again
all right,
that I did something.
here we go. We're going to start sewing this. And there's no nesting seams right here. Everything just goes together. There's nothing that lines up. Just making sure that everything stays, you know, flat and right sides together and sew it. And I'm just making sure as I'm sewing them that my second color here is the color that's down on this bottom, so those match. And then the next color is something totally different. So everything looks good in that sense. And the pattern also didn't say much about pressing. As long as these two main pieces are pressed opposite of each other, I think that's the only thing that's so far nested. The rest of everything haven't nested. They're just opposite, you know. So it does say press open one time in the whole pattern, but I don't press my seams open. I press them to one side or the other, mainly to the dark side. Huh?
I'm doing all your press.
I mean, I'm just trying to tell them which way it's supposed to go. So that's one thing that the pattern wasn't specific about, was having which way seams should go. But that's okay. And this unit should be exactly the same size as well. So they should be the same size. And they should be lining right up. If they're not, then check your 1/4 inch seam allowance.
What comes first for you, the pattern or the fabric?
I 90% of the time make things up as I go. So most of the time I just choose the fabric, or I have a design in my head and I say, oh, okay, I'm going to try that. And then I go grab fabric for it. So I guess it would be the design first or pattern first. There are other times though that I'll have a fabric and go, oh, you know what? This would look good as. So of course, then that's the fabric first. So I guess it's both ways for me. I can pull a pattern from my shelf and say, okay, I feel like making this pattern today, and I'll go in my fabric room, or even before it was fabric room, and I'll search the walls and see what I have. I'll go choose for it. Other times I'll grab something in the room and go, I feel like sewing these colors today, and come and choose a pattern for it because it was a fat quarter bundle or whatever. All right, Scotty, these can get pressed towards this way. See?
Back to iron in?
Yeah, so press it that way. Okay.
Okay.
That's the bottom. Hold on. I'm going to stack them up for you.
You're doing a good job there. Come on now. Come on now, Cletus.
All right, upside down for you. Oh, those are even out of order.
No, they're not.
Well, those should be the same on top.
That's the exact order you gave them to me. If it's out of order, don't blame me. I do them one at a time. You see me doing it, honey. How can I get it out of order doing one at a time?
Okay, now we're going to sew this side together. So I'm just going to bring them right here and put these together. So again, they're the same exact size. The long one goes on the bottom, the other one goes on the top. I mean on top, the other one goes on the bottom. Making sure it's in the correct orientation.
Do you sew every day, or do you take time off from it? Do you experience burnout?
I don't experience burnout, but I don't sew every day. Scott tells everyone I do, but I really don't. Yesterday, I did not sew a darn thing. Yesterday, I long arm quilted. Technically, that's sewing a certain way.
Every day.
But I do work every day.
Whether it's sewing, long arming, cutting, ironing.
So I do at least something between the 2 rooms, actually between the 3 rooms that all of my stuff is in. I do something every day. And
novelty pins?
The something could be big, it could be small. What's the next question?
Do you use novelty pins?
Novelty pins?
Yes, P-I-N-S.
No. I don't know what a novelty pin is. Like the kind that you would put on your clothing? I don't know.
You work every day, though. So, in other words, no, you don't get burnt out.
No, I don't get burnt out because I also have, this is my 9 to 5, even though I don't really do it 9 to 5, but you know what I mean. It's my job, but it's also my hobby. So some days I'm in here sewing as a hobby. Other days I'm in here sewing as a job.
Oh, it's novelty prints. I read it.
Novelty prints. Yeah, I like butterfly. Is that considered a novelty print? Or are you talking about like Christmas stuff with Santa Claus and reindeer on it? Because if that's the case, no.
Do you like sugar skulls?
I like sugar skulls, if that's considered novelty. I like any skulls. I like dragons on fabric. I like butterflies on fabric. If all those things are considered novelty, then yeah. But I don't like Christmas fabric. Nothing against the holiday. I've told my fans this in the past. I don't have a problem with the holiday. I don't like the fabric. I really don't. I don't like Easter fabric. I don't like Halloween fabric. I don't like any of it. Unless it's got skulls. The Halloween fabric has skulls and like glow in the dark spider webs with spiders and stuff. I do like that. But I don't like most of it. And I definitely do not purposely shop in the novelty section. I don't like fabric that has food on it at all whatsoever. The only reason why I had fabric with food in the past is because it was given to me and I made bowl cozies and gave them away with it. So, I mean, there's yeses and nos to that question.
How do you buy your fabric? Do you buy a set amount, or do you buy with a specific project in mind?
Well, I usually don't buy too much fabric. Most of it's either gifted or stuff I bought online, like say Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or Facebook before it had Marketplace. Like I bought all my fabric from other people. And then what I do buy at the store, if I do go to the store and I see a fabric and I really like it, I'll buy a yard. And if it's on sale, I'll buy the rest of the bolt. So I hope that answers that question.
Well, when Walmart has a sale,
yeah, and when Walmart has a sale, I'll buy all of it, all the bolts of whatever they have on sale. Whether it's novelty or not, whether it's things I like or not, because my clientele that comes to the house and says, I want a quilt for my granddaughter made out of this, and that. I have that here. I have it in stock. So it's already here, ready to go, and I don't have to worry about it. So that's why I buy my fabric that way when there's sales. But on a normal basis, if I go to the quilt store, I go to wherever and I see, a certain print and I like it, I just buy 1 yard, sometimes 2, but 1 mainly, because I don't ever have an idea for it. Oh, I'll just make a bag, or oh, I'll just make this, so. Yeah, I'm not really, I don't buy a lot of fabric these days, though. I haven't bought fabric actually I have just recently bought fabric because I bought, Scott buys it for me, the 108s and stuff, but things to go with
I
things.
buy you fabric all the time.
But I actually have not, since before COVID, I have actually not gone into a quilt shop and just bought fabric. I haven't done that since before COVID. If you guys could believe it, I have not actually went out. Even when I went to QuiltCon, I bought a bundle, I bought a layer cake, but I didn't buy yardage or anything like that. I just bought a couple things for me and my friends, and that was it. I didn't overdo it.
I'm the one that buys you fabric.
Scott usually buys me fabric, but he buys the fabric by the bulk. My whites, my blacks, my creams, my gray, things like that. And my 108s for quilt backing. And if I need a border fabric, because I've been looking for it forever and we finally find it on a website, Scott will buy that for me. But yeah, I don't really actually buy fabric. I had a ton of it before I started my YouTube channel. I bought a ton from Facebook. I really thought I needed this, and that. And Scott was like, "Are you even going to use all that?" And then
you had a
lot of it's
at the thrift store too. The lady would save you all fabric.
Yeah, one of the thrift stores, the lady would save me. This was years ago, 7 years ago. This lady at the thrift store, she would save all the fabric that was donated and put it in a pile. As soon as I come in, she'd be like, it's here, it's big. There'd be, 10, 15 big giant black trash bags filled to the brim with fabric, and I'd buy them all. And Scott was like, why would you need all this? What are you going to make with all this? And this was before I was fully 100% only quilting. I was like, I'm going to try to make this and try to make that. So I made a couple dresses and jumpers, and I tried making underwear, and, I tried making some clothes at first, but I really wasn't into the clothes. I liked making quilts. So yeah, that definitely, yeah.
What's the quality of Walmart fabric?
Walmart fabric is good quality.
We use it all the time.
We use it all the time. There's like one brand. I like the. I forgot what it's called. Waverly is a good brand. There are a couple of the Waverly fabrics though that I've had in the past that shred a little bit more than others, but a lot of fabric shreds.
And that was hard. That had to be ironed both sides, top and bottom. Because right here, your point there was really hard.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I had to iron it both sides.
Okay.
These two?
Yeah.
Same thing?
Yep. And then Emma and Mia fabric at Walmart. That brand is really good. I like that brand. They also have more they have more designs on that brand. And then there's Dave and something or
I do like superhero fabric.
whatever. Yeah, they have good brand too. Superhero fabric?
Yeah. Well, it depends what you're making.
It depends on what I'm making. It's usually for clients, but personally, I really don't like superheroes. We're all superheroes, right? Aren't we? You know? So I don't need a fabric to show that we're all superheroes.
It depends on what you're making.
It depends on what I'm making, though. I've had clients that want Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, you name it, and I've had to go search for it.
Well, you've even done a Minecraft.
And even Minecraft, yeah. And fabric with Minecraft on it is even harder. But yeah, there's I've done it all and used it all, but I don't buy it for myself unless it's on sale, again, at Walmart. And Walmart actually sells the same licensed prints that are Disney and so on and so forth, just so that you guys know. Licensed prints, Disney, Marvel, blah, 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 all those brands, Walmart actually sells those. Joann's, Hobby Lobby, and quilt stores all sell those same exact brands. Some people have said in the past, oh, the one that I got at the quilt shop is better quality than Walmart. No, it's the same exact thing. It's the same exact licensed print that's printed in the same factory and sent out to different stores. One place just so happens to be the cheapest, and then the next cheapest is the other place, and so on and so forth. So just know that they're exactly the same because we made a Spider-Man once, just leave it, and Spider-Man fabric from Walmart, and then we went out because I ran out of it and Walmart didn't have any, and we were in Bullhead, so we went into Joann's, and guess what? They had the same fabric. I put them in the same exact quilt because I ran out. You would never know they came from two different stores. It was the same exact quality, same exact texture, everything. But I've read in the past and heard in the past that some people say it's not. It's a totally different texture. No, it's the same. It's the same company that prints it all out and sends it. Just some goes to the bargain stores and some goes to the expensive stores. Anyways, I'm going to get to the next step because I got this pile. So we made the K and E. K and E need to go to a D unit. So let's grab our D units and an N. What am I making with N? N says it's a half square triangle, but I haven't made any more half square triangles. What am I missing here?
I don't know, but just point down here.
N does not have, let's see, so if I gather two white K rectangles, E squares of print number 2 rectangles of print number 2 and white N squares. Mark a diagonal line on the back of the E and N squares. So the E squares right side. I don't have any other E squares. E squares and N. I did E and K. Together, right sides together with the K rectangles. I already did that, and my mirrored placement as shown. Press the K. It's not telling me what N needs to be. Why am I marking the back of N squares? Okay, so step 13 is confusing. I'm going to reread that. 2 white, 2 K, E squares of print, number 2, D rectangles of print, number 2, and 2 white N squares. Mark a diagonal line on the back of the E and N squares. So the E squares right sides together with the K rectangles. I got those right here. And then, so mirrored replacement shown as and then press towards the K units. What am I marking N for? That's the parts that I just get so frustrated with. What am I marking it for? Retrieve the mirrored units from step 1 and through K. Print the top of the column, rectangle print, bottom aligning the D rectangles with outer. Where's the N come in play? Ah, I see. So the N is going to get snowballed once the unit is together. See, why didn't they just say that in this step without marking it? To be later used. That's how I would have wrote it. All right, so we're gonna put
To be later used. That's how you would have put it.
yeah, to be later used.
I like it.
Mark to be used in
It makes
2
sense.
steps from now. All right, so we're gonna put the K units this direction right here, and this direction right there, and then we're gonna be putting the D. So we're gonna take D and separate the 2 piles. Put the top one. Oh, is this gonna be the next color? No, it is this color. Okay.
Is MDG Dream Cotton fabric used for quilting or no?
The Dream Cotton fabric from Marshall Dry Goods? Yeah, you can use that for quilting all you want. That stuff feels amazing. It's so soft.
Is graph paper or an Excel spreadsheet better to sketch out a quilt design?
Graph paper better than a spreadsheet? I don't know. That's
Is
up to
graph
you.
paper or a spreadsheet better? How do you graph out a quilt design?
I don't graph out quilt designs, and when I did it on paper. Even though it takes longer, I don't know how to do computer stuff. The spreadsheet versions.
So it's all in the person.
Yeah, it's all in the person, yes. That's going to get attached there. That's going to get attached there, and then this is going to go on it. Okay. That's very weird, but okay. And then the last, we're going to do the next one, which is B and C with M.
One set even. One.
Well, I'm going to start attaching now the K unit on top of this large unit. So we're just going to put this here and put a K on top of every single one of these, making sure that this is the same as this piece on here. We want them to be the same.
Okay. What am I ironing now?
Oops, you're
Nothing?
going to have to wait a minute.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Good, because I probably missed a lot of questions. I will sit down and reread.
Let's move that out of the way so that this can kind of go up right here, because that's going to be hard to do. Okay, that's the same as that. This one's going to go there with that on top.
Wait, you not liking my ironing? I flipped them upside down even. I don't want to hear it.
It doesn't matter. It's okay. I'll just repress everything later.
I don't want to hear it. I flipped them upside down.
It's fine.
As flat as they're going to get. I told you that's not a point. No problem. It's just flat even with sitting it upside down. I told you.
It's fine. We're making it work.
Will there be a quilt miss this year? I don't think we know. Do we know?
Will there be a quilt miss this year?
Yeah.
There's going to be quilt misses all over the internet, or all over the YouTubes, but I'm not included in any of them. Not because I was kicked out of any of them. It's just because I chose not to put too much on my plate. So I'm staying away from that. And then, with all the stuff that happened this year in my life, I'm kind of glad, because, I don't want to have anything that I actually have to do. I really don't want to have to do something. So all the other friends of mine that are on YouTube that you guys know of, they will all be involved in some sort of quilt miss of some sort. Just, I'm not. And that's just because I don't want no more on my plate right now with, again, it's not been a very good year, if you've been following my channel. All right, next bobbin. That thread spool is still lasting though. I thought that thing would be empty by now, but it's not.
I was given serger thread. Can we use this for our quilting?
I was given what?
Serger thread.
Yeah, you can piece with serger thread. I don't see why not. I've done it. I don't know if it's exactly called serger thread, but it didn't say it was serger thread on it, but I assumed because it was like polyester. And I'm pretty sure serger thread is polyester. But yeah, piece away with it. It's probably going to be strong and hold your quilt together. All right. Go here, and then we're going to do the next step. I say use what you got. All right. These get pressed this way as best as possible. I'll put it upside down for you. Okay, this one goes on these. I'm going to put these on here.
Are these the same ones as before?
Yeah, but that's now a top piece that's added to it.
You just said I did all the others wrong.
I just...
What am I ironing?
Just pressing that top back.
I even flipped every one of these upside down and right side up and ironed them flat. And you still said I'm doing it wrong.
It's fine, Scott.
Now you want me to keep on?
You're just folding pleats into it, which changes the size of the block. All right. I started off too fast. I knocked the thread out. Okay, so I'm attaching now my K unit on the top of the opposite side of these butterflies. It's not much contrast. This one has good contrast. Some of these, yeah, I probably should have pre-thought about the order of my colors before piecing. I should have like grouped them in colors. It says you can pre-do that. In the pattern, it says if you want to do it right, then you can put your colors, pre-organize where you want them to land and how. So I should have done that. Like this one has good contrast. That next one has good contrast. But the other ones, some of them are not. Okay. Snip these apart. And then we're going to be attaching the next piece on the bottom, except it's not fully going to cover the unit. It's just going to sit on there. So we're going to send those to Scott to get pressed the same exact way as you're pressing the current ones.
Okay.
And these units are going to be attached on partial, not partial as in you're actually going to sew a whole seam, but they're not as big as the unit. So don't think that you got it wrong, because you don't. so this goes on this side. So we're just going to take this unit, which is the D, and we're going to attach it to the bottom corner. This is where it's kind of confusing. We're going to go to the bottom corner right here, and there's nothing in that corner. So you're just going to sew them on at half. So they're going to be a not full piece, and then they're going to have you snowball the opposite corner, which is kind of a little weird, but I'm just going to go with it and sew these on here. I'm just going to sew it on here. I'm going to break thread and stack them because it's kind of weird just having this piece on here. I'm just going to stack them like this. One at a time. I've never, well, actually, I have because I've done it, but I've never seen a pattern have you do this halfway like this. So this will be a first from a pattern. I guess they don't want you to have a ton of waste with a full strip, or maybe they didn't think that there was going to be enough fabric in the measurements when they cut from the fat quarters to have a piece that would fit long enough. I don't know. That one I'm not sure about. And then all these are just going to get pressed back, and you'll have a weird unit that has a missing spot right here that we're going to be snowballing because they wanted you to draw on your end pieces, and it's going to go in that spot. So we're just pressing these back this way. They're upside down. So I'm going to go ahead and attach these ones now. My D pieces. And they're going on.
Just this little tiny flap?
Yep. Yep. Wait. Don't press.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
It's on the wrong side. It needs to go on the triangle side.
Okay.
I got to take them all off. I got to rip them all off. It goes on the triangle side. Okay, I knew I did something wrong. I'm looking at the diagram now. So it goes on the triangle side.
You want me to start ripping with the seam ripper?
So let me press it back. It's this direction right here, and then we're snowballing right here. I was going to say, why would they snowball on this side anyway? Because that side has a piece right there. Okay, I get it now. I was on the wrong side, so D goes on the side that the triangle is on. All right, let me sew all these on here, and then we'll rip off the previous ones and just put them on the opposite side, because, yeah, they're not on the triangle side. Shouldn't take long to rip all those off. At least I didn't trim anything, because that would have made it harder to go back and fix. I'm paying attention. I swear to you. I am paying attention.
She's trying.
I'm trying. When it's not my pattern, I always, like something happens. I noticed it before I got too much further, so that's good. You can press these ones though, and I need this unpressed. Oh, you pressed 2 of them. I need it.
No, I only pressed one. One in your hand. The only one that was...
I just need to unpress it. That way they rip easier.
So now I'm doing the other ones the way.
Yeah. So here's the bottom. All right, so I'm just going to seam rip these out and then add it to the opposite side. Sometimes you can rip, sometimes you don't rip, sometimes it just comes undone nicely with the seam ripper. Okay, 1 down. 8 more to go. Just rip a stitch or 2. If you can get to it, there we go. And put it on the correct side. And I'm not too worried about threads left because I'm moving it from one side to the other, and those are going to get chopped off anyway because I'm snowballing that corner. And Scott will flatten all this out with the iron, so no worries about wrinkles either. It'll all work out. I should have been paying attention. I should have paid attention. It's rare you guys get to see me seam rip without the seam ripper. I just get 1 or 2 seams. You guys don't really see me ever rip the seams apart.
It happens.
It does stretch your fabric to do that, so I don't suggest doing it constantly all the time with anytime you have to seam rip. Especially with border fabrics ripping like that, you could totally disorient your border fabric by doing that. You definitely don't want to do that. One or 2 pieces comes undone. I like the sound that it makes. And 2 more. I do need to get up and stretch in a minute after this because my
Any water or juice?
body is killing me. No, I have water right here.
Okay. I can get you juice or something too.
And last one. All right. Press that same piece back. All right, now this one is this side's because I had to rip the other side. So N now goes, we drew a line from side to side. I really didn't, but it says to. They're going to go right sides together. So in that opening area, this is going to cover that opening, and you're going to sew from this corner up here down to there. If you sew any other way, it's wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and sew all those on somehow. We'll go this direction. So I'm just going to lay them on here, and I'm sewing from corner to corner. I'm going to use my seam tape, even though you drew a line.
Stretch the fabric.
Yeah, it stretches the fabric out of whack. He's realizing that the fabric really gets stretched out of whack when you rip by yanking. But when you're in a trying to keep on schedule with things, you definitely do what you got to do to rip your fabric. Or else I'd be sitting here for the next 2 hours seam ripping.
I know how to seam rip. I do. You taught me. I'm not as good as you, but I know how.
Okay, I really need to stretch my back because it's hurting sitting there. Ow. Stretchy, stretchy, guys. Get up and move around. I'm going to stand for a minute to sew. There we go. Move that chair out of the way to do it.
You've been on an hour and a half, my love. You can walk around if you want.
All right, one more, and then I'm going to trim off the excess, which is a really funky piece that I'll be trimming. All right, so I'm going to snip it. I'm going to check one more time in the book that this is correct, and it surely is. Look at that. So what we're going to do is we're going to chop off the excess of the end because that's what we just added. So I'm just going to line my ruler up, cut away 1/4 inch. So I just made some more triangles, obviously. And then we just made a piece that now looks like this. So I framed my butterfly, the next part of its wing. So I'm just going to stack these over here. Now I have those funky pieces, but that's okay. I'm just going to trim them away and pass them to Scotch iron. Making sure that everything is out from under it as I do this too. Oh, I don't even know which way I am right now.
Don't worry about that. I'll put that in order. Just keep them in order which one's which.
guess it was smart. It's not too much waste, but I could have made half square triangles out of it instead of this.
Yeah.
Because now I have non-matched white pieces from my off-white fabric that I just have half triangles of. That's okay. I'm gonna have to snowball the other side still. Ooh, that was almost went over the ruler. And one more. We're getting there, guys. These are almost where we need this to be. All right, so now we're gonna do that same procedure on these. So we're literally gonna put this corner on here and
Okay,
sew it
this little piece out,
corner
right?
to corner. Yes. So I'm just sewing from one corner to the other. I'm using my seam tape, but if you drew your line, follow your line. We still have more of the wings to build out. We still have B, C, and M units left.
It's a time-consuming quilt, huh?
Yep. Lots of parts and pieces.
We've been turned on too long. Where's your...
Say hi to your fans.
There's the rag, but what do I spray on it real quick?
Oh, you don't spray, it's this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been turned on too long. That's why you have to turn this one off every now and then. It's getting goopy and weird.
Just take it over there.
I just put it over it, right?
Yep. Iron back and forth and even add some water. Say hi, everybody. You can sit right there in Mama's chair for a minute. You can wet the iron too with this. Oh, you don't want to stay up there and see your fans? Okay, then.
He wants to
Fine.
come steal Daddy's chair.
Oh, he's going to go steal your chair?
Watch, I bet you will. Little bully.
Nope, he didn't so far. Instead, he's staring at what you're doing. He's like, what's that smell?
It does kind of smell weird, doesn't it?
Yeah, the iron cleaner. The on-the-spot iron cleaner that I've been using is the stuff that, I don't know where it came from. One of my fans sent it to me, but I don't remember where, like, I think it was in a Christmas box or something that someone got, and then they sent me the things that they didn't need on it, in it. And, it's this iron cleaning stuff, and it has a bit of a smell to it. But it's called iron cleaner, magic iron cleaner, and it's just removes residue from irons. It's non-flammable. It's made in the USA.
That's a plus.
That's all it says is though is magic iron cleaner. So we've been using this. I just need a little dab on a washcloth, an old rag, like old washcloth rag that's cotton. And I just put a little dab on that, and we just run the iron over it, and then add a little bit of water and run the iron over it, and it cleans it perfectly. Well, at least the plate of the iron. All right, so I'm going to trim away the excess now on all of these. So I'm just making a nice 1/4 inch seam. Ooh, I almost cut that at like 1/8 of an inch. That wouldn't have been good.
No, ma'am.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered because it would be inside the quilt, but I let the ruler shift. I gotta pay attention to not letting the ruler shift as I'm cutting. Also have to make sure that your piece is not folded under when you go to trim away the excess, because then you're going to cut both sides and that wouldn't be good. Because you can't just glue them back together. You can sew them back together, but you got to sew something in between to equal the size, a 1-inch piece, to make it the size it's supposed to be.
Dryer sheet.
The dryer sheet trick doesn't work on iron gunk. It works on sticky stuff on the iron, but this iron, it does not get the gunk off of it. So we use this iron cleaning stuff. Trust me, I have dryer sheets in here. That's going to be the same procedure. All right, all this is.
Where do you want this?
Right here. All this is just going to get thrown in here, just like that. It's all garbage. Okay, this unit goes to this, like that. The next step, because these are all sewn together, is to put it back in the order in which it goes. Like this. Because I'm going to go ahead and add my outer pieces, which we're going to attach M unit to. So this shouldn't take too much longer to make these blocks. So we're going to take M units. It's weird that I have so many N units left, but I don't need them anymore.
Dad, you make a whole bunch of extras?
No, it's just I cut too many probably when I was cutting it out. All right, C and B. So again, I'm going to take and put the 2 separate sides. I have 2 stacks of 9 here. This pile and this pile. So each side is going to get one of these like that. That's B. And then C will be the bottom, this, like this, except I'm putting one to the bottom because we're working on this next color. I'm just moving the top one to the bottom so that my color matches right here. And now we're going to do some more snowballing corners. So where are we at? We're on adding M to C and B. So we're going to have 1 unit come across this way. This side is going to come across in, and on the bottom, it's going to go N, and on this side, it's going to go this way. Yeah. So each side goes a certain direction. So here we go. Back to some more chain piecing. This whole stack is going to go. Hold on, I got to look at this picture again.
Am I done ironing for a bit?
Yeah. Here to here.
Huh? Well, I'm not worried about me. It's the iron. The iron needs to be turned off.
Okay.
It needs some downtime. It's been on too long. It needs to relax.
It's going to get turned back on when these are all ready.
Okay, but it can get turned off for a while? Like more than 2 minutes?
Yep. All right, so now I'm just snowballing these on from one corner from the... I'm going in like this on both sides. So these pieces come in this way and these pieces come in the opposite way. Sorry, push that over so that you can see my butterfly unit. One side goes this way and the other, the other side goes the other way.
Where's that cleaner? This stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. That magic iron stuff must have been like a sample of iron cleaner from
you guys are asking?
One of the Christmas boxes, I think, because it came to me after Christmas time.
There you go.
From somebody who sent me things that they didn't need in their Christmas box.
It says it's made in the USA. Good stuff.
go ahead and do that same procedure with all these guys. Again, I'm going in that same direction for this side. I'm working on the right side of my block.
Lady says they have it at Pet Quarter Shop.
Really? They probably do. I mean, a lot of places probably sell it. I don't know where because I'm just using what we have. I actually have a video on how I actually clean my irons. This is just my temporary fix. All right, so I'm going to snip these apart and cut the excess away. I'm just going to put it like that.
Yep, they do have it at Pet Quarter Shop.
That Quarter Shop has it?
Yep.
You guys can click on my link to go to Fat Quarter Shop and get some for yourselves and try it.
$8 a thing.
It's not. I like it. It cleans the iron off, and it doesn't smell horrible, but it's not like the pleasantest smell in the world, but it's not overbearing. And I definitely absolutely despise overbearing scents like perfumes and anything that smells like a perfume. I definitely do not like. So when a product doesn't smell horrible, then that's a good thing in my world. I don't I'm very sensitive to smells, so like I've met some of you in person, and you don't need to put perfume on to meet me. Let's just say that, because you'll just have me sneezing and coughing the whole entire time. Whew, it's like a repetitive thing here, making these two piles, and I still have to do the opposite side. But once these two units are connected together, they go on the butterfly, and then the butterfly blocks will actually just get the O and P unit, and then they'll be done. I think they just get O and P, and then there'll be butterfly units, and then the next step will be putting the quilt together, and that should go pretty quick. All right. Those are ready to be pressed, but you don't have to worry about this very, very, very second.
Well, no, that iron needs to cool down unless you want me to shine.
All right, so now I'm going to sew on this side, and this side got to make sure one more time now. So this one goes this way towards me. So from up here down to this corner on both of these. So they're going to go this direction. Like this. Put it on here and go from the outer left to the bottom right. I like that this project is perfectly chain pieceable. Okay. Tangle up on me then. Getting to the bottom of this spool.
Uh-oh.
Starting to tangle. And one more. Same thing with this unit. It's going to go in the same way. Scotty's being attacked by the cat. He's on the floor playing with the cat. All right. I don't need any more of these M's, so why did I cut so many? I don't know. All right, so I'm going to snip these apart, snip off the piece, and then attach.
Okay, what am I ironing now?
Iron those back.
Just turn the beach back on. Should be good to go for a while now. Gave her about 8 minutes off.
Just trimming the excess away. And then we're going to hook the two together. I think, what letters were we on? G, or no, B and C. Sometimes it feels like I have been doing this all day long because I'm doing repetitive motions. I feel like I have been at this for like the whole day.
2 hours.
But so far, he says it's only been 2 hours.
2 hours. You're good.
Okay, these are going to get pressed exactly the same. And the pile right here. I can't sew these together without that.
Which one do you want me to do next?
This one.
Well, then why you give me this one? You don't want to give me that one.
Because I thought you got the other ones. I didn't see them until you moved your arm. Your arm was in the way. All right. All that is in my scrappy box. So as soon as all those are pressed, we'll put those 2 units together and sew them on each side. And look at that. I've used all my letters. And the only thing is O on the side, P across the top, and then it says to make 9. See, I already made all my 9. See, in the book it says, now make 9. But I have made all 9 right away, all at the same time. Oh, wait. The C unit gets an M on the top and the bottom. That's why I had so many extra ones. The C unit was the big one or the little one? Let's see. It's the littler one. Aha! I was wondering why there were so many left over. I get another one on the bottom. So if this was my one that goes this way, that means the top goes on here this way. So I need to sew them like this. Look at that. See? Pays to pay attention, Tiffy.
Okay. Now what am I ironing? These ones?
Yeah. Yep, these units I have to sew more on.
Okay.
That's what I get for not paying attention.
These ones I can do though, right?
Yep.
Are you adding more onto the ones I just did?
Yes. I didn't realize because I wasn't paying attention. I was like so happy to almost be ready to sew them together.
Okay, we're getting it done. We're getting it done. We're gonna get her done.
So if this one goes the same way, or the opposite way, that means the other one. We're going to look to make sure, keeping it in my lap in order, we're making sure that they go this way, like this. So that means these ones go this way. Okay. So I'm going to trim these apart, snip off the excess.
These ones out of mine, and now are you adding more on too?
Yeah.
Why didn't you say that before I ironed them? I asked you if you were done with these, and you said yeah.
No, not those. I don't need to do those. Just the ones I'm on right here. Just the short unit. This was the short unit. Yep. All right. Let me snip these
So
off.
is there a reason this one's ending with blue?
Yeah. That's the top color.
Oh, I thought you put them out of order again, and you were going to blame me.
No, I switched the order like this.
Well, this one starts with brown. This one starts with blue.
Yeah, this is the bottom. So they go like this. Anyways, let me snip all this off real quick.
Okay, do you then? I just don't want to do it again. Doing exactly what I'm.
opposite side now.
Just both of them out the opposite
Yep.
way?
Yep. All right, let's add this side now. Going this direction. Snip those away and then put the two sides together. and then, what movie is that from, Scotty? And then, Dude, where's my car? And then, oh, out of bobbin already again. Oh, and well, nope, I have some more. All right, here. Holy guacamole, the mess that's in here.
You can take a minute and clean it if you need.
No.
Oh, that's your new machine. I don't want it to get ruined because you're not cleaning it.
No, it's not going to get ruined. And remainder of one. Look at that. All right, so I'm going to snip these away. Wait, before I cut it off, let's make sure it's out like that. And the one that I gave him is out the opposite way. Okay, good. Look at that. I did it right.
I got two more left of the ones you gave me. Okay, what is it done?
And this is the next pile. I'm going to hook those together. There's your pile. I'm going to hook this. Okay, hold on. I need this one to this one. B and C with the triangles facing out. Like this. All right, so I'm going to hook B and C units together now with my triangles. My 1/4 inch seam guide before I screw that one up. Then these are going to get opened up and pressed. My points are far from perfect because they are not in opposite directions. I totally didn't even think that they needed to be nested or opposite directions because I forgot about that second piece. So yeah, they're a little off, but that's okay. Some of them are okay, but most of them are not points. But guess what? Imperfect is better. Because imperfect spells I'm perfect. Something I saw at church today on the screen. Imperfect spells I'm perfect.
Yeah, but you're taking it the wrong way.
I know. To down or up.
To down or up?
It doesn't matter, to the big side or to the little side, because there's no nesting of this on here. Oh, yeah, there is. Oh, well. All right, now I'm going to hook this one to this one. Does it matter? Yeah, it goes this way, right here. Let's put them back in order.
I like how you used that quote. That was pretty good thinking.
All right.
I'm perfect.
Yep.
I like how you used that. You was thinking.
Well, it's true. Imperfect spells I'm perfect.
Yeah.
For yourself. You know, because it's me. For I. For you.
Only for you. It only works for you, huh?
For you. It works. Well, because the word I meant, never mind. Now he's screwing me up. So just remember C and, was this C and D? B and C units, when you snowball them, make sure to press one in and then one out. That way you can nest them. Unless you're pressing open, then that's on you. But that way when your C and D or B and C units are connected, that your point right here matches nicely. Like they still can match nicely with or without, you know, being opposite pressed, but you know, whatever.
Am I ironing on these ones next?
Yep. Just finished stacking them.
All right.
And then I'm going to attach them, and I think we're just going to stop for this week and put the whole thing together next week, because my back is killing me, my butt is killing me, my legs are killing me. Everything's killing me, and there's not much left, but we still have to assemble anyway, so we can keep everybody in suspense till next week. So we're technically on step 17, because we still have to attach all these together, this on the ends. So I think this one goes this way. Yep. And this one will go on the other side.
You're saying this is a complicated social butterfly.
It's not complicated. I'm messing up. So just pay attention. Those are opposite pressed. Because again, let's see. Where does it say right here? Yeah, it doesn't say. Select on square places shown unfinished unit. Just tells you what the unfinished unit should measure. It doesn't actually say to press it right or left, up or down, dark or light. It doesn't say any of that. Again, from the beginning of the book, there's only one phrase that says to press open. Press unfinished unit. That's what it says. It doesn't say which way either. It just says press unfinished unit. Press the seams open unless stated otherwise, which again, it doesn't say. It just says press. But we're on step 17, so we'll just continue the saga of the social butterfly next Sunday at 5 p.m. Arizona time next week. See, I'm keeping you guys in suspense. Can't hold up a butterfly block yet. But I really need to get up and move around. So, anybody have any questions, Scott?
I'm ironing.
Oh, I was just going to take the computer from you.
Okay.
Ugh. There we go. Let's see. All right. Any questions, you guys? No. Everyone's saying good night. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for hanging out today, and I will see you next Sunday where we sew the rest of the units together, put the top on. It's literally only 9 blocks, and then sew the 9 blocks together. However the book says, it looks like the blocks just get sewn together, no sashing, and then it'll have 2 borders and be complete. So hopefully we can finish that next week. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye. Oh, Scotty has to press the button. Bye.